Friendship supreme. Friendship supreme. Finding the geek within.
Hey everybody, my name's Michael.
My name's Cleve.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Friendship
Supreme.
My voice is doing something weird where it was starting to crack like I was going through puberty. But one of the podcasts is to ask, have you ever wanted to go back and relive the past?
I have, and that's what came up with today's episode. We're going to play a new segment that I'd like to call Remake, Revisit, or Rewind.
Okay.
In this game, I will give you a movie license, and you tell me, should we remake it, like it's just straight up reboot, like it never happened, just same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Should we revisit it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, continue the story on, maybe see where those people are today, or rewind it, which is don't fucking touch it, just leave it how it is.
Is there one where we can incinerate it?
That's
Erase it?
R-E.
No, it doesn't start with an R-E. No, don't have anything. All right.
So I took examples. Remake, Addams Family, Hellboy, Mortal Kombat, The Craft, pick a Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and Star Trek. Revisit, Bill and Ted, Dumb and Dumber, Ghostbusters, Jumanji, Star Wars, Die Hard, and then Rocky, Creed extension.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you might get both, like, you know, the Halloween movies where we revisited and we've also remade it and rebooted it all together. Or Jurassic World, where it's like, we're going to count the first one and we're going to ignore the rest of the stuff you guys did.
Well, there's reasons.
Word. So the first one you have, and I have the short synopsis
Okay.
movie as well. Not that you'll need them, but
In a world.
1998's Small Soldiers. When missile technology is used to enhance toy action figures, the toys soon begin to take their battle programming too seriously.
Can I offer up that A, it was a remake, and B, it was rebooted?
Was this rebooted?
I feel like it's a remake of Toys with Robin Williams. Just slightly different storyline, but I mean, Toys came to life. There was a battle, fight, war happened.
What year was that? Because
90s?
that's
Early
also
90s?
that's also an episode idea. Well, then that would be this one. I would make this the the reboot. But I would also. There was another idea for an episode I had called "Is this the same movie or not?"
It feels like it's, but also I feel like it's also like Toy Story is the child-proof version of that show. That movie. I really liked that movie, by the way.
I don't know because they went to go kill people.
Well, remember
there was no rule of we can't let them see us move.
That's fair. They did not give a shit.
They were all Buzz Lightyear mindset.
Yeah, no, I really liked Small Soldiers. I would like us to continue it on because I think that you can explain away some of the technology as far as like CGI and stuff because there was older toys back then, and then maybe now it's like a newer version of the toys come out.
So would we see the Gorgons? Because we let them, spoiler for 1998, we let them loose at the end and they kind of just live their own life, but they're never gonna die.
No, they can't.
So
they're not battery operated.
Right.
That's just
so
that's
are they just
solid toy making. Yeah, no, they live out there still. I think in the end they come and help because there's a new version of the super soldier.
Just like you revamp toys, I can't imagine that. Well, I mean, these toys try to kill people, so maybe they don't make those anymore. Okay, so we'll say revisit.
Yeah.
Okay. 1994's Mystery Men, which we just revisited not too long ago. A group of amateur superheroes must try to save the day when a supervillain threatens to destroy a major superhero and the city.
I think we kind of touched on it on that episode, so you should watch that episode, guys, because it's a review of a movie that's actually pretty solid.
We're not even going to talk about it. Next movie.
No, but
watch our episode. Come back.
You definitely should. But basically, they definitely should continue the storyline, and at least one, if not multiple, of the Mystery Men should be like mentors, in my opinion. Cleve had a slightly different opinion.
I don't remember what it was.
So you wanted them to continue it on, like,
damn it, Michael.
I'll cut that out. Yeah, go watch the episode.
1994, Fight Club.
I like the 94
99. I'm sorry, not 94, but yeah, Mystery Men and this movie was 99.
Rewind. Don't touch it. Don't fucking touch Fight Club.
And an insomniac office worker and a devil-may-care soap maker form an underground fight club that evolves into much more. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, the only rule about the movie Fight Club is don't ever fucking touch it. You know what? Like, I don't think it's as good as the cult thinks it is. It's a good movie, but like, I think after watching it once or twice, spoiler alert if you know the twist, once you've learned that there's a twist, it's interesting at least one more time, and then after that, it's lost its appeal.
Yo, this fucking movie inspired real fight clubs.
I remember I was in one.
God.
It was like middle school.
The 90s were wild.
I remember going into the woods in a park and just knocking the shit out of each other.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
The first rule is I didn't fucking go.
White people be doing crazy shit, Cleve. I don't know what to tell you, man. What's that? You want to beat my face in for fun? Fuck yeah, let's do that.
You can even put $5 on it. You just fucking let's see how it feels.
And I remember it was
Space Monkey.
Anyways, it did hurt some people. I got hurt.
1992, and I'm going to mention 1998. Fern Gully.
Oh.
A magical inhabitants of a rainforest fight to save their home, which is threatened by logging and polluting forces of destruction called hexes.
Are you ready for the segment? Is this the same movie? Avatar. It's the same movie. It's like identical. It's Avatar, Fern Gully, and Pocahontas. Like they're all the same concept and movie for the most part.
Pocahontas is sadly the most realistic one.
We trivialized, the slaughtering of Native Americans, unfortunately, in Pocahontas, but like the other two are, sci-fi and fictional, so we're okay with those ones. But we really should revisit the Pocahontas thing.
Yeah, of all the movies they've remade, now that you fucking mentioned that, I'm really angry. Of all the movies that you've remade live action,
they're not gonna touch that shit.
Poop. But you could now, you know what I mean? Like you can really fix it, and you're just like, we'll get to it.
Yeah, no, they won't touch it.
But you know what? They fucked Mulan, so I don't trust them anyway.
I don't like the way you said that.
They did. She's just fucking agile. She's got the gift. Don't worry about it. Oh, she didn't have to work hard. She just had it all along. Thank God she was born with that gift. Otherwise, she'd be destroyed.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be really cool for them to do a serious take for Pocahontas. Anyway, for Fern Gully, specifically.
I need you to cut out this yawn.
For Fern Gully, I think it was so good.
It was really good.
It was good. It was good enough for Robin Williams to basically say, "Fuck Aladdin. I don't care. I'm gonna go do this." And they were like, "We're sorry. We'll play to your schedule." So like that should tell you how good Fern Gully was.
And with the remake or revisit, you don't get Robin. I mean, you could use his voice, I guess. You could give him all the exact same lines.
Yeah, no, I think leave it alone. I just don't
They
see.
they touched the genie. Why not? Why not the bat? Whatever his name was.
I know I keep wanting to say Bartok, but that's Anastasia.
Yeah.
Why can I not remember that bat's name?
Price check on fruit juice. That's all.
Such a good character. Like he just
I
does such a good job.
then maybe we should remake it.
Well, we did that with Aladdin, and you got angry that they put Will Smith in there, and so I just
But you know what? I just said how you fix that. You use Robin Williams' voice.
just Batty Coda. His name was Batty. Yo, I forgot
That's
Tim Curry was in that. He was the
the
villain.
song. Remember
Oh.
his Robin Williams' whole song in there. I forgot all about that.
I forgot Tim Curry was the villain. Another solid actor. It just
Will you touch my ha toxic love? That's how I think that went.
it's such a classic. Like, so do you live action it if you were trying to remake it?
I think you update the animation. You give it to Pixar. You let them update the animation on it. You put it back out.
So it's like a Pixar level movie.
Right.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, I could get on board.
2D now is hard for kids for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're like,
It's not
fucking
as grasping.
this shit's old. I'm out. That's what I think. What do you? You sound like you're on a rewind.
No, I mean I could be on board with a remake of it. I'm just trying to think that in my head, I genuinely to this day think that Avatar is essentially just a remake of that movie, and I hated Avatar, and I know that's not a common opinion. I know that some people will stake their lives on it being such a great film.
It definitely should have just been like a part 1, part 2, instead of just the longest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Don't worry, man. Part 2 is finally coming.
I was like, and then they have the nerve to put on an IMDb that they're going to try to go to 4.
Well, and they're coming out with some mind-blowing video game too.
They opened a whole park for it.
And I mean, yeah, it's like a small section, but the rides people lost their minds about. But don't you worry, because on Avatar, there's no fat people, bro. They have a boat ride, right? That ride's fine. You can sit on the fucking boat, go around the little town or whatever. But they have another ride that, for anybody that's listening, is a lot like Soarin'. If you've ever been on Soarin', Cleve, for you, it's like like you sit on a bike kind of style thing, and it lifts you in the air, and it's supposed to be simulating you flying on one of those creatures. Well, apparently, if you're over 5'10" or over like 190 pounds, you shouldn't even try.
Yo, 5'10" is like an average height.
Yeah.
That's like just normal people.
Yeah. People that are 5'10" or above have complained about back problems because of the position you have to sit in. Whatever. I'm a big guy. I'm used to not being able to go. But you know what? The country of Japan's Disney park, I fit on every one of those motherfucking rides. The sweetest people in the world, bro. I know this isn't even what the story's about. I'm sorry, this episode, but like the sweetest people in the world. You go up to get like your little ticket to stand in line for that ride, and this little lady comes up to me and goes, "Excuse me, sir." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, this ride, this is the seatbelt for this ride," and would hand me a seatbelt. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Oh, you want me to try it on?" And I put it on. I'm like, "Oh, it works. Yeah, it works. It's good." She goes, "Okay." And I got in line of one of the rides, and the lady comes to me and goes, "I'm so sorry. Can you come with me?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I walk around. Like, she's like taking me with her, and me and Katie and our friends. And we're going around, and I'm like, "What are we doing?" Like, here I am thinking, like, shit, they're going to like kick us out. They're like, "Fuck America." I get it. And like she leads me to the back of the ride, and I'm like, "Why are we here?" And she goes, "We're gonna let you in before everybody else comes in. I just want to make sure that you're gonna feel comfortable." And never once did they like, "Hey, you might be too big."
Yeah,
it was always like, "Hey, we just want to make sure you're comfortable." And I did. I went in there, I sat down, I was like, "Oh yeah, it fits." And she goes, "Cool, you can stay here." We skipped like 100 people. I'm like, "Yeah, thank you."
Next franchise, ready? 1994, and unfortunately, again, we will have to mention 2005, The Mask.
Why did we have to mention 2005? Oh, the Son of Mask.
Bank clerk Stanley Ipkiss is transformed into a maniac superhero when he wears a mysterious mask. Never in that movie did they ever try to mention the word superhero. So it's funny that this has it in there.
I remember them describing him as a superhero in the synopsis.
So here's your options. We can either reboot it or remake it, right? Full reboot. We can either
accept that the Son of Mask exists.
Well, we could Jurassic Park that bad boy and just skip Son of the Mask and go straight after what happened after the first mask.
Fair. Disney doesn't want.
We could just leave it alone and let the last Mask movie be Son of the Mask.
So, Son of Mask, fun fact, put Jamie Kennedy into a spiraling depression to where he wanted to quit comedy and, in fact, contemplated murdering himself or committing suicide. Like, he hated that film, and people laid into him so much about it. He put out I watched a bit of a video. He broke it up into parts, of course, but just him talking about his whole experience with, like, he goes, "Let me talk to you about Son of the Mask," and just fucking started unloading. That's crazy. Like, but anyway, I don't know. We need. Here's the thing: Jim Carrey's one of those ones that I think that if we revisited, which we've done on this podcast many times, revisited different movies, I don't think some of them are as good as we remember them.
I just remember him. I didn't know then, obviously, because I was younger, 94.
Being real sexist.
I just remember him being super horny. I'm trying to fuck tonight.
Yeah.
Who's giving it to me?
I just don't think. I honestly think the world's okay without ever having it come back. Here. You know why? Do you want to go through another 10 years of people going smoking?
Well, see, it depends, because if we revisit it, I can't keep up my own shit. If we remake it, do we give it that grittier shit like they did for Judge Dredd, where he's like fucking just decapitating people? Because the comic and that are very different. Also, I don't think they'll be able to get the mask right when it's on, because Jim Carrey just had a face where when they put that makeup on him, it just looked good. It looked so good. I've seen terrible movies and I'm like, this guy's just got green on his face and he looks great.
I know that I've seen enough Star Wars sequels and prequels and spinoffs that they still say the words, "I've got a bad feeling about this," to know that they're gonna force those phrases in there. Somebody stop me, and I'm smoking. And I just
maybe it'll be somebody stop me from smoking, and we'll use it as a campaign to get people on cigarettes.
But like, I don't know, man. Like, we have so many great quality like anti-heroes, which is what he would be at best. Like, I think we should be putting our efforts into other things. And
so this is your RE incinerate?
Yeah, like we just take the mask and just huck it.
Okay,
real
you
far.
You need a word for it, so you work on that. Next franchise, 1997. This one's a personal love for me. The Fifth Element. In a colorful future, a cab driver unwittingly becomes a central figure in the search for a legendary cosmic weapon to keep evil and Mr. Zorg at bay.
Such a solid fucking movie.
That's still good. Bruce Willis is scared. It was great.
It holds up. Ruby Rod is still one of my favorite characters to ever exist in any universe ever.
Yo, Bruce Willis was like, I'll care about this movie. I've heard now that he's like, I need $1 million a day to do a movie, because they tried to get him for one of the Expendable movies. They offered him $3 million for 4 days, and he said, "Let me get $4 million." He turned it down and said, "Let me get $4 million." If only we could come back to Bruce Willis from The Fifth Element.
We did an episode about Die Hard, and if you guys don't know this, we talk more on it. You should check that episode out too. But Bruce Willis was like a nobody, and nobody wanted him. In fact, Die Hard didn't want him. Just the casting director was like, "No, you really got to take him." So the fact that he's that now, but I absolutely would love to revisit it. Like I would love a sequel, because he's proven that he can do it. He's a little bit older now than when he redid the.
So you want to revisit?
Like
I don't
sequel.
know, man. What he does with Die Hards now, I don't know the last time you've seen a new Die Hard. It just makes me sad. Remember the one with him and Justin Long?
I'm really thinking like we sequel it, but like he's not really involved a whole lot. I'm
just kind of like, hey,
I'm thinking God. Like he's the president.
Can we have a revisit, but it's just a continuation of Ruby's story?
Yes.
There we go.
It's him burnt out as an entertainer. That he's just sitting there on the fucking like old cruise. Because remember they were on that big cruise ship or whatever. He's just an entertainer on old cruise ships. Just
tired of fucking flight attendants.
Yeah.
That's me.
Burnt out on life.
I want something real. Corbin, my man.
Corbin, listen. He's just such a great character. Like the moment that he was looking at the deaf guy, and he's like trying. Yeah, no, just the whole. Anyways,
yeah, only if we can get that fucking opera singer back. I remember being obsessed with that scene.
I remember my mind being blown as a kid, like thinking, "Oh God, this is a thing. And this is great."
Is this what opera is? Like, I'll go watch that.
I'm about all the operas now.
Okay. Next. Oh wait, so we're revisiting the Ruby Rhod story.
Yeah,
right?
Ruby Rhod story.
Okay. 1999's The Iron Giant. A young boy befriends a giant robot from outer space that a paranoid government agent wants to destroy. Do we remake? Do we revisit? Or do we just rewind?
Ready for some hot tea on this one? Or
give me that hot take. You hate it.
The hot take. This is such an unpopular opinion. I know how much people love this movie. I'm okay with them remaking it. So it was okay. It was a movie. But I know it makes grown ass people cry.
I think for our age, the fact that we love it, our age range loves it, I think it's because it was ahead of our time where we are in a mental mindset. Like when I was younger watching that, I was not ready for what it was trying to convey. But now I'm like, okay, I really see you were delivering a message here and you meant it.
Yeah, no, I could be totally cool with remaking because I know that my understanding is that this was a derivative or like kind of a retelling of Superman, which then, funny enough, is his hero is Superman.
Right.
But like, I think it'd be cool to remake it. I think we've seen the graphics of what it looks like if we were to remake the Iron Giant
live action. Do you think that's where we go?
I think Ready Player One did it, and then somebody else recently did it too. Space Jam, thank you. And I think they look good. I don't think they look bad.
And I also think that there's not a performance that you get out of the original that, like Fern Gully, you don't have that Robin Williams where you're like, yo, nobody's going to be able to.
Vin Diesel? When the Iron Giant?
He was, but no thank you. How much would he cost you for that? No. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
No, stop. Wait. But can you imagine, like, the little boy, like, wakes him up and he looks around and just like, family.
The next franchise, 1990s, and I will also mention 2016, so that way we can maybe fix it. Kindergarten Cop. 2016 was Kindergarten Cop 2. A tough
I don't
cop
know that I
must pose
remember.
as a kindergarten teacher in order to locate a dangerous criminal's ex-wife who may hold the key to putting him behind bars. Yeah, it had the guy. It had the big Russian guy that everybody makes the bad guy.
Dolph Lundgren,
Sure,
the from Rocky.
I believe so.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
He was in Kindergarten Cop too. Don't even look into it. It didn't go well.
Um, man, that's
It's a toughie.
that's remake it.
Okay.
I think it was a good concept. I think it's a fun concept, but I need him to like put everything into it. I need it to not be a straight to a DVD or Blu-ray.
Mhm.
I need it to be not straight to digital content. Like I need them to act like it's gonna go to a fucking theater.
But who are you gonna get to give that same performance that Arnold did? You know what I mean? I feel like there's not an Arnold that you can put in that place to bring, because you have to really justify. You can't just like
Mark Henry, strongest man in the world.
okay. Why would we ever put him in a movie? He couldn't act for wrestling. Remember when he had a relationship with that really old lady? I don't know if you were watching wrestling at that time. That was such a weird turn of events. How do you think he felt about that? You interview Mark Henry? Is he busy? God, I would love to just ask him about that. Anyway, I think that
Wait. Oh my god, this is perfect, dude. Because first of all, Arnold couldn't act either.
yeah, but he said words funny and everybody loved it.
And this is
Who's
a
your
tough
daddy?
sell.
And what does he do?
This is such a tough sale, and I really don't know who we'd have to get in the room to make him do it. Conor McGregor.
Oh my god.
It would be so perfect. It'd be perfect.
You're fucking kicking kids.
Stop.
With his little nubby leg that broke. Weak ass.
Can you imagine an accent, like an Irish accent? It'd be heavy. He's got a heavy accent.
Is there not any? Can we get Gerard Butler then? Do we have to get Connor? It doesn't make sense to want to pick Connor.
Yeah, no.
Has he been in a movie where he had to act?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, well, you're just off the rails. In this episode right
Conor
here.
McGregor right now. Hashtag Conor McGregor Kindergarten Cop 2021.
I mean, that's
22. I don't care.
like
I'll give him some time to make the movie.
Ideally, they get a little bit of time to make a movie.
Yeah, I want them to take it seriously. Look, I didn't say Joe Rogan.
I wanted you to take this episode seriously. And you picked Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. I'm telling you right now, if you guys believe,
you didn't even pick somebody with some kind of acting chops.
Have you seen this man at the weigh-ins? He's
I've
acting.
I've seen him act like a donkey.
Yeah, he's acting.
That's not acting, my friend.
Oh, he is. That's all. His whole thing's an act.
No, you can't.
I have to imagine that he is just a tea sipping sweetheart.
You might turn it up, but no, that's inside you.
That man rehearsed all night that he was going to talk about that guy his wife being in his DMs. All night he'd been practicing that. That's lines. He's practicing his lines, huh?
That's the best you got then? You spent all night and the best you got was...
Yeah. Because it got to that one guy. Because he said, I'll see you at your hotel. He said, because I'll see you at your hotel, and named the hotel they were at. And he's like, maybe you are in those DMs.
This is like the fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Launch time is over. You spent all night on that? Shut up.
I mean, like, I could say someone like Terry Crews actually would be a good example. 9-9, because big guy, he's adorable, he's sweet with people, he looks intimidating. But I'm telling you right now, if you could get Conor McGregor in the role of Kindergarten Cop and get him to take it seriously, and you put that to movie, that shit's selling, guys.
You just want to laugh at it the way that we laugh at movies that like Samurai Cop. You don't want it to actually be good. You just want to see a world burn. That's what this is. You just want to see a world burn.
Cap's gonna have my balls. Want to fuck? Might as well use it before you lose it. God damn it, Samurai Cop, you're the fucking worst. Next franchise that I get to ruin.
Next franchise, 1996, Cable Guy. A lonely and mentally disturbed cable guy raised on television wants a new friend, but his target, a designer, rejects him with bad consequences.
Matthew Broderick was a dick.
Jack Black was in it, remember?
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing this a lot, so I'm trying not to. But I actually think so. I want them to remake this because we come from a generation of like I complain a lot about all they do is keep recycling our stuff. But if they were to do something with this, I think that we should remake it and lean so much more heavily into the horror aspect of it.
You want Jordan Peele to take it?
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. Yeah. Get Jordan Peele's hands on this. Because like as it was like
how you make me scared got 5 on it. I've been singing that song my whole life. I've never felt fear until you.
Because like as much as they did make it like, hey, this is a fucking crazy person, Jim Carrey still makes you laugh. Like when they're at medieval times and they're fighting like Cleons and like like there's always those moments like you still laughed. And I'm okay with laughter. I think that's important, but I think we really lean into like the horror aspect of it.
Can you think of would you still give it to a comedian then, or would you give it to just like an actor who's really gonna get crazy?
You know what? Why not Michael Keegan? If you got Jordan Peele doing that'd be kind of cool. I think Michael, and he's played some serious roles and does a decent job of it.
Yeah, he is really good. He's such a great performer. I hope he's not a terrible person.
You always worry about that, right? Like
just thinking about it, like, man, I hope he's not fucking like kicking
shitty person. Yeah. I like it. And you know what?
Yeah. You know what?
Donald Glover's the friend. Yeah.
I would almost say Donald Glover could be the cable guy.
Ooh.
Because he's got that fucking edge to him too.
He does. There's something there.
But yeah, no, I'm on board. I'm on board for that. I don't get me wrong, because you have to change the genre. Because comedy wise, I don't know if you're gonna do it better than him. I know we talked about Jim Carrey movies that don't carry over very well. I feel like I watched that one not too long. Not like the past 2 years, but I feel like I've seen that one to be like, no, this still holds.
No, I think it's good enough. Yeah, no, he just it's much like not even Adam Sandler. His is weird. Like it's just the ones that they had him do aim towards children. Like I would tell you, Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura, the first one was pretty good, and still I think holds up somewhat. Other than the talking out of your ass thing, like that was funny.
I was gonna say when you talked out of the ass, you think part still holds up.
There are things in it that I don't think would pass as far as like the chill meter, like the whole him stripping his boss down to find the hidden wiener.
Hey, he's bringing a case. It wasn't sexual. He had to get to the bottom of it. I do remember when I was younger and my mom making me turn away at that scene and it haunting me. Like, what the fuck happened? I need to know.
But I think that's what I was saying. So yeah, no, I think his like kiddier ones are okay. Even Bruce Almighty, which is slightly newer, was okay. What's the one to Truman Show? I thought that one was solid. I still think it's a really good movie.
His serious movies, I've not gotten to ever watch it. It just never, the stars haven't aligned for me to watch it. But I heard the 23 movie was really good.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Where he was a fucking crazy man.
Yeah.
Which is a funny game, by the way, because you can do that about anything. You can make anything just equal what you want it to if you just put the right numbers in there.
His one Man on the Moon when he did Andy Kaufman was a really good one too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a solid actor.
I think he took that one more seriously as like just such a respect and a tribute.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I saw the thing where he lost his mind doing it. There was some documentary all about like him really diving into the role and driving golf carts around drunk and like getting into fights with cast members and director and stuff like that. It's serious about his role. But anyway, no, I think that we definitely dive into that. And push towards that, the horror aspect of it. But anyways, let us know what we got right and what we got wrong. If there's something you guys would like to see, and who you would cast as the kindergarten cop, and why it's Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, Jesus Christ!
Someone get him on the phone.
Anyways, that man ever. Such a terrible person.
He's such a piece of shit.
Punch an old man in a bar, and you want to give him money for a movie?
You know what? You know what? He really comes off as like Liam Neeson level of like racist. Like he's done something at some point that was racist as fuck, and we'll find about it like 10 years later.
Is there anything on? We'll cut all this out. But is there anything on Mayweather? Like I know he's cocky as all get out, but like, because to me he comes off as like, what do I want to fight outside of money for? Like ever? Like
you respect the fuck out of that.
Why would I ever want to throw a punch at you if you're not gonna pay me for it?
I loved when he was like, yeah, this is the thing with Logan Paul. It's just an exhibition. He goes, I'm not gonna not get paid.
What I got real irritated when I found out there were no fucking judges for that. And here's the thing, I feel like Logan Paul was like, look, we'll do this, we'll fucking make bank. Please don't knock me out.
Please don't hurt me.
We'll cut it 60-40. Please don't knock me out. Because you know what? I'd take that deal too. But I bet he swung for the fucking fences. I bet he did.
I bet he got a couple in there that were real sweet.
Disney Channel fucks.
Anyways, guys, if there is a topic you guys would like to hear an episode on, let us know. We'd love to cover it. You guys can reach out to us at all of our social medias. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Patreon. I don't know, email, Patreon. It's all Friendship Supreme, except for TikTok. Cleve, go check out Cleve's TikTok. It's BadMF35. Fantastic TikToks, guys. But you can find us at Friendship Supreme, including on YouTube or anywhere podcasts are recorded. If you guys are just listening to us, you should check in every once in a while, because as we commented on the last episode, I think I look just like Will Smith, and that's kind of a big deal. You'd never know it by my voice.
Yo, no, exactly like Will Smith.
Like spot on. But anyways, hopefully you guys have had a great night. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. We come out with episodes every week.
Sometimes
twice a week. Sometimes all the time. We stream 3 times a week. We're streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You guys can come in and live watch us play video games.
What I'm saying is I'm available.
I'm always here. I think there's gonna be a P.O. box in the instruction or in the description down below. If you guys want to just I don't know, send us death threats the old-fashioned way. Just don't put powder in it, please. I don't need that kind of heat.
Maybe just avoid all this on the edit too.
I've been Michael.
This is Cleve, and welcome to the food chain. That's a Ferngully line.